Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, VC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Sorry for that pause. I do it on purpose every morning. This time it was on accident. The screen did something weird as I was looking at it. Still is. So, anyway, hope it's working. If not, I'll find that out later. But, and I can do it again. Because I've had to do that before too. Doesn't really matter as long as I'm faithful to what God tells me to do. He'll honor it, right? So that's message number 1 for you. Special just for you that caught this at the very beginning and wasn't even part of what I thought I was going to talk about, but must be important for someone. So there's that. I'm going to do something different this morning. I'm a grateful believer in Jesus Christ, struggling well with sexual integrity and alcohol. My name is Jay. You can call me Pastor Stitch. This is the daily devotional, the Biker Devotional. I am Pastor Stitch from Narrow Path Christian Church, VC, in Bay City, Michigan. And today is March 1st, 2023. I'm going to be sharing from, you guessed it, Proverbs chapter 1. In Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10, it says, "My son, if sinners entice you, don't be persuaded." Solomon goes through a whole long list of things that you could be enticed with. And the reality is, in our world today, very unlikely that you would have this come up. But it does. I mean, don't get me wrong. There were times in my life where I was around people that would do this, trying to get me to ambush people, steal their stuff, share in the robbery plunder that we would get, right? There were times where things like that happened. But for the most part, in our civilized society, these types of things don't happen. But we still get enticed, don't we? You know, it was interesting. Solomon said, "My son, if sinners entice you," literally means, my son, if someone who is not doing the right things or thinking the wrong things comes to you and tries to get you to think simply, don't listen to him, right? When he wraps up all this thought about all these things that we can do together, if you just follow us, we'll get together, we'll get rich because we'll share it all together. You know, there's honor among thieves, right? We can do this together. Isn't that a crazy saying? There is honor among thieves, and everybody believes that. And yet everybody knows it's not true, because if there was honor among thieves, you wouldn't be thieves. Interesting, huh? Solomon wraps this thought up to his son with this thought in Proverbs 1:19. "Such are the paths of all who make profit dishonestly. It takes the lives of those who receive it." As I was reading that this morning and I went a little bit deeper, I realized something. When we chase after the things we want, because we want them, we can really honestly say that we're chasing profit dishonestly. Literally, instead of profit dishonestly, it says covet selfishly. That's the path of everyone who covets selfishly. It takes the lives of those who receive it. Or it might even say it this way: it takes on the life of its master. So often we chase after the thing we want so zealously because, well, I should be allowed to have it, without even thinking about the fact that, is that in line with what God wants? I should be allowed to take a vacation this year. I have been working my butt off, and I should be allowed to take a vacation this year. And so I don't care what needs to be done. I'm going to take a vacation. You'll get over it. You probably said that. But if it's not in line with what God wants, is that the right thing to do? Would you be willing to give up your vacation to serve God? Especially if you made a commitment that you were going to serve God in a specific area, and then the vacation gets in the way of that. That's an interesting thought, isn't it? A perfect example. This year, I fully intend to take a month and get on the road and do some traveling. I haven't had a vacation really in 10 years. And I need a break. I also really strongly believe that God is leading me on this trip for a ministry opportunity, and I still don't know what it is. I've got a couple of things in that trip that I know we need to do, but the reality is, if something were to come up where I couldn't go, would I be angry, or would I glorify God in the fact that I still get to serve Him? Would I be all about Jay, or would I be the man who was deceived, enticed, and made simple? Such are the paths of all who covet selfishly, because you'll take on the life of that master. It's a dangerous place to be, isn't it? Guys, I love you. I really do. And I wish you the best. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.